everything's going extremely well, man.
Absolutely.
You know, we know that you have a big function coming up.
Yes, I'm here to talk about it. Lowe Law Firm's 6th Annual Family Fun Day. At this event, we're giving away free school supplies to the kids. We're giving out a couple of laptop computers, free health screenings for the community. It's going to be a great event. We have 2 artists that are going to be there as well. Aisha, she's a national recording artist, and also Liddell Rhodes, he's a national boxing sensation here in Spencer as well, and national, I have to say.
Now that function is going to be Saturday.
Saturday, July 25th from 12 to 2 at the Boys and Girls Club. It's absolutely free. We're also providing free haircuts to the kids out there. You know, we're just trying to make a difference in the community, support our community, and make sure our kids' needs are met.
I know, and this function is getting bigger and bigger every year now.
Yes.
Give me a rough estimate, and I know you didn't have a ticker and even count, but last year, what was the turnout?
Well, I'll tell you about the first year.
Okay,
first year we had 100 people attend. Last year we had over 3,000.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah. So it was an amazing event. But most importantly, too, we've decided to award a Teacher of the Year. Every year, that's what we do. We award a $500 check to a leader in the community, a person who's doing a great job as far as making sure our kids or needs are met as far as educationally. And the winner this year is Sharman Williams, and she's here to talk about what she's doing in the community.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You got to pull up the mic. Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Now, where are you teaching?
I'm currently in the Millwood Public School District.
Oh, that's making Nikki real happy. Yeah, congratulations. So what does that mean to you, being recognized just for what you do in your efforts?
Oh, this is just amazing for me. Outstanding opportunity. I am honored to be selected this year by the Lowe Law Firm family. I have worked tirelessly within my community. I did 12 years at Star Spencer High School as an Algebra 1 teacher before moving over to Millwood as a career technology educator. So I have long been a champion for our children, inner city, urban city schools, to get everything that they need to be ready to leave high school, career ready and college ready. Preparedness is my focus.
And how do we get them ready?
We get them ready. Really, I have an initiative, a charge for teachers. It really begins with the first day of school that students actually walk into the classroom, the teacher having the mentality that they're going to focus on purely the needs of each student that's in the classroom. A lot of times, teachers can come in the door discouraged, because we know in inner city schools our kids come in sometimes 2 to 3 grade levels behind. But my charge and my passion is sharing with teachers that that's a given. When you come through the door, that they may be behind, more than likely they're behind, to come in ready to find out what each child needs individually and create a path, a successful academic path to fill in those gaps that may be missing from previous years. Once you do that, you're ready to go, and providing that confidence that given some time and the effort that they put into the classroom, they too can be successful.
What teacher inspired you?
I have several teachers that have inspired me. I come from a history of teachers. My mother, 22 years at Spencer, at Rogers Middle School in the Spencer area. So that's my #1 champion that's had the biggest impression on continuing her legacy in the classroom. I had the opportunity to have greats like Claire Looper and Nancy Davis to also pour into my life from the old Dungy era. So I've had some greats that have poured into my life that I want to make proud in my walk to continue the efforts to make sure that I help produce successful students that are able to go up and make us proud in the world.
You know, even in teaching, you know, that's a ministry. People don't look at it like
Yes,
that,
ma'am.
but that's a serious ministry.
That is.
You're talking about imparting life and wisdom and knowledge and understanding into the life of a child.
Absolutely. When students come into the classroom, I think that's one of the things that's overlooked. That's part of the curriculum that's missing in teacher preparation, is that when students come in the door, you're going to serve very many roles for that particular child. In inner city, urban schools, they may come as foster children. They may come with parents that are incarcerated. So I call it a bucket. Each child comes in with their own bucket. Rarely do they come in ready to go on grade level with everything that they need from home. So there's so many gaps that have to be filled in for you to even begin to think about doing a great job, when they can confide in you, they can trust you. I spend about the first 3 months providing confidence as a safe haven in my classroom so that we can begin to do the academic work that comes after.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. What subject did your mother teach?
My mother was a special education teacher.
All right.
And your subject is math?
My expertise is math and career technology. I have an accounting degree from Southern University in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, 30 hours of English from the University of Kansas City, Missouri, and I am currently will complete my master's degree in adult education this fall from the University of Central Oklahoma.
Oh, my.
So I'm kind of versatile. I love
see.
I am passionate
I see.
about education. I love all facets of education. I'm so passionate about it that I'm ready to transform out of the classroom and ready to challenge other teachers. I've recently opened up my own company called Core Connect Works that will focus on providing professional teacher preparation to be more successful in the classroom, working primarily with students of color in inner city urban schools, because there's such a lack of knowledge that culture is so important when you're teaching. If you can understand the culture, if you can embrace the diversity that exists within the classroom, then you've won half the battle right there.
Let me say something. This is very unprofessional on my part, but I want to say this. You are a tough sister.
Yes, it is.
Thank you very much. I
really
can
are.
take that compliment. Thank you very much.
But you're very passionate about what you
I
do.
am
It's
extremely
serious.
passionate. It is very serious.
I want to talk about that math situation
Yes.
just for a second. You know, we may have some young girls listening, young ladies listening right now. And do you think that's maybe a misperception as far as, you know, boys being better in math than girls or whatever? And what can you say to inspire or encourage young ladies listening right now to start embracing more math?
What I want to say to young ladies is you can be anything that you set your mind on being. We live in a world now where gender no longer determines who you will be, what you will be, and how far that you can go. My father is a contractor, and we talk all the time. He says if he would have known that I would have become an adult in a world where I could have used a hammer, where I could have been an engineer, he said he would not have named his company Oliver Williams Construction Company and Sons. He would have said Oliver Williams Construction Company and Family, because we found that we have just as many women engineers now that are designing buildings and designing platforms, working for companies that are on the rise. So there are no limits anymore, regardless of race, regardless of gender. You can truly be anything and anybody that you want to be. And it doesn't matter even if you start off behind. My story is one of the 8th grade when I had a teacher that said I had a learning disability. And my mother said it just has to be a gap. And my parent rallied for me and said, I'm not going to place her in special ed. I'm going to give her 1 more year. And I had a dynamic 9th grade algebra teacher that came in and said, you know what, little Charmin Williams, you're a little bit behind, but I think we can fix that, and look at me now. There's just about not any math problem that I can't solve. And had not one teacher decided that I was worth the effort, I would not be sitting here today. So families are important in education. Every teacher matters, and all lives matter.
Well, let me ask
in education.
I'm sorry. We obviously know just from her talking why she was chosen as Teacher of the Year. But I want to hear from you, Attorney Jason Lowe, with some of the calls and people you talked to as to why she was chosen as Teacher of the Year and why they nominated her for Teacher of the Year.
I had an interview with Ms. Williams at KD's. We went and had dinner, and I was just amazed with what she's doing in the community, what she's doing at Millwood, and I was just so impressed. You know, I interviewed a lot of other people, but as you can hear,
She stood out. yeah.
as you can hear, she stood out. She's just an amazing woman. I'm very proud of the things that she's doing. So that's why she's Lowe Law Firm's Teacher of the Year.
Let me ask you this. When you were talking to her, because we get a lot of callers that saying that, you know, well, people, they're not doing things in organizations and we don't know where to go. And when you sit down and you talk to her, and I know the first thing you think is, where have you been?
Impressive.
You are blowing me away. I mean, was that your thought process?
Yes, that's exactly what my thought process was. I was so impressed. And I told her immediately at that meeting, I said, hey, you know, I want you to be Lowe Law Firm's Teacher of the Year. It was a decision I just immediately made, and I'm so happy that I made it. So we're looking forward to honoring her at the Lowe Law Firm 6th Annual Family Fun Day this Saturday, July 25th, from 12 to 2. It's an absolutely free event. We're going to honor her and let her talk to the kids that's going to attend, to encourage them, to let them know, as she indicated, you can be whoever you want to be. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Let me ask you this, Miss Wilson. Just a couple of things real quick, if you don't mind. You got my wheels turning in my. Girl, I'm serious. I think we can have a conversation till the end of the show and beyond.
That's
but I
okay.
wanted to ask you, how do you keep young people motivated? And then also, how important is to show love and encouragement, not just to our own kids, but to other kids, because they may not be receiving that at home. And then also instilling in our young people, giving up is just not an option.
One of the key things that I'm noted for in the classroom is getting into students' space.
Okay.
Young folks have a dialect, all of their own. They have a culture, all of their own. That's one of my connecting points. I don't like all music, but there's not any music that I won't listen to if I think it may make me have a better connection with the student. I don't like every actor that I see, but it's important for my world, for their world, to be as much a part of my world as I want my world to be a part of theirs. So one of the first things that I do on the first day of class, I get to know them. I ask them, who is your favorite artist? I kind of start with entertainment,
Sure.
because that's a foundation for me to start with
Absolutely.
students. And if I can make some type of connection, I have those connections from that early introduction to help keep them motivated throughout the
Yeah.
rest of the year. I will continue to go back throughout the year and look, what did they tell me on the first day that they enjoyed doing? Who is your favorite person in your life? I make phone calls at the beginning of the year. The first positive phone call. So many of our students in urban city schools, that first phone call home is a phone call about discipline.
Right.
Particularly if a child has had trouble throughout their school year. So a lot of times I connect with who is the parent that I can connect with. Who do you want me to talk to? Who do you not want me to talk to? And I try to form those relationships and stay in their space. They keep me young. I love high school because it keeps me young. So there's not anything. And then once I can get into their headspace, then I'm able to encourage and impart values and get them to think about the choices that they're making, whether they should go left or whether they should go right. But they only divulge that information if they can trust you. So that's one of the things that I do. So far as empowerment, I've had wonderful relationships with the Urban League of Greater Oklahoma City. I'm always doing outreach. I volunteer work for the Regents of Higher Education. So there's always opportunities within your community to get involved. One way that you can get involved, every school has an athletic association. So when you show up at a child's football game, when there may not be a parent there,
That's
when
right.
you're rallying them there and they're making that jump shot and you're able to tell them before you start class, I saw that jump shot that you made.
Wow.
They're excited. So
Yeah.
when I become a champion of them,
Yeah.
they can't wait to do Miss Williams' work in class.
There you go.
Because it's a mutual trade-off that we work from. I encourage you, and there's some days that they encourage me. They let me know too, Miss Williams, you having a good day today. And I say, I am. We're going to have a better day tomorrow. Or this is better than yesterday. So a lot of what I do starts with empowerment and encouraging them to have great days. That amongst the challenges that they have, that school, education, sports, those are places to have great days.
That's what I'm talking about. High five, girl.
All right, all right.
And I know it works, and this is not a slam. This is not a slam on any of my past
Yes.
teachers, but I kind of wish you were my teacher.
You can come back to class. I do some adult classes. So that's something that you want to learn. I am currently working with, I've had a lot of calls, concerns. There are people that are struggling to pass. We need teachers. We're looking at a big shortage of teachers going into this school year. And Oklahoma has relaxed some of its rules for emergency certification, where they're allowing people to come into the classroom if you have a degree, and you have about 3 years to get your certification. So under my program, Core Connect Works, under my business, I am actually reaching out to adults and creating training sessions to help people pass industry standard tests, career technology, everything careers is my first love, and so they kind of equal with education. So I'll be doing some resume writing workshops, helping people prepare for interviews. So just kind of be on the lookout if you want to visit my website at Core Connect Works. There's lots of things that will be coming on the horizon to even assist adults, to empower them to go after their dreams.
Okay, well, hey, that's a lot of great information, and it's an honor and a pleasure to meet you, and congratulations.
Thank you, Jason, for this opportunity, and I want to say a special shout out to my community of Spencer. Glad to be a resident and a product of Spencer, Oklahoma.
Okay.
You just representing Spencer all Africa.
Yeah, absolutely. We have Liddell Rhodes that's going to be out there, national boxing sensation. He's going to be at the Lowe Law Firm 60th Annual Family Fun Day. We have national recording artist Aisha. She's going to be there as well. Folks, this event is absolutely free. Come on out. Health screenings, gas cards. We're giving away a gas grill, okay? So just, we're doing everything out there. School supplies. We're going to have great speakers like Ms. Williams, Teacher of the Year, Lowe Law Firms. It's going to be a great event. Also, I like to engage the community on our program, One Book, One Child, where we're trying to